Morning children, how are you? Hope well, and so do I. Bhavna teacher again is with you with the lesson number 5, and that is separation of substances. In our daily life there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture or material. In regular life we see that we separate many things from the mixture. So this is the lesson on separation. As for example, tea leaves are separated from the liquid with strainer while preparing tea. A very simple and common example, morning when your mama is preparing tea, once the tea is prepared, what she is doing, with the help of strainer, she is removing tea leaves and the liquid which she fill up in a cup. Grains is separated from stalks while harvesting milk. Milk or curd is churned to separate the butter. As we learned in chapter 3, we gin cotton to separate its seeds from the fiber. These are the very common example while when in the field, when harvesting is there, stalks are separated from the grain. Then milk or curd we churn to separate butter from that. And in chapter number 3 we saw that from the cotton seed we are removing cotton. It is called gin. Perhaps you might have eaten salted dalia or poha. If you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. It is very common, children, whenever your mama is preparing some variety of food, in case if it is vegetable pulao and if you don't like to eat peas or carrot, you are removing from your hand. It is a very common to remove from hand. It is a very common process. Here is the example of dalia or poha. In that, if the chili is there and if you don't like chili, that also you are removing with your hand. Suppose you are given a basket containing mangoes and guavas and asked to separate them, what would you do? There is a very simple question. Okay, you have given a basket fruit which you are having mangoes and guavas, and now mama is telling to just separate mangoes from guava. So what you will do? Pick out one kind and place them in a separate container, right? Yes, you will do the same thing. You will remove one kind of fruit and you will keep in a separate container. So you have separated guavas and mangoes. Seems easy, but what if the materials we want to separate are much smaller than mango or guava? Yes, because the material is big, so we can separate it very easily. But if it is not that much big or it is very small, how you will separate? That is a very big question. Imagine you are given a glass of sand with salt mixed in it. Impossible. A mixture of sand and salt, it is possible to separate them with the help of hand? No, it is a very difficult task to separate salt from sand, and it is next to impossible to separate salt from sand. Even to think of separating salt from this mixture by picking out grains of sand by hand, no, that is not possible. Is that possible to just separate salt from the mixture of sand? In column number 1 of table 5.1 are given a few processes of separation. The purpose of separation and the way separated components are used in mentioned in column number 2 and 3 respectively. However, the information given in column 2 and 3 is jumbled up. Can you match each? Here is that column. Here are 3 columns: separation process, purpose of which we do the separation. What do we do with the separation components? Here is a column and they have given the option. This is your task, children. You have to do by yourself. The first one is separation stone from rice. Second is churning milk to obtain butter. Third is separate tea leaves. In second column, A is to separate two different but useful components. Second, B is to remove non-useful components. C is to remove impurities or harmful components. In third column, first is we throw away the solid components. Second option is we throw away the impurities. And the third is we use both the components. Children, it happens many times that after separating we are using both the components. So you have to find out how we will do separation and which are the important materials that we can use. This is your task that you have to do by yourself. Process with the purpose and the way separate components are used. We see that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substances that may be mixed with it. Sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. The same thing I explained you, sometimes it happens both the components we are using, so we have to separate them. Sometimes it is like that in the material there is impurities. That also we have to remove to keep everything proper or to use. So here is a table that I showed you. You have to do by yourself. The substance to be separated may be particles of different sizes or materials. This may be in any three states of matter. It may be solid, liquid or gas. So how do we separate substances mixed together if they have so many different properties? A very clear thing. It is not necessary that the impurities or you have to separate, it will be having the same size. It may differ. Size also may differ, and the substance may be in any state. It may be liquid, it may be solid or it may be gas. So how to separate all these things with different property, we will learn further. Method of separation. We will discuss some simple method of separation substances that are mixed together. You may come across some of this method by used in day-to-day life activities. There are certain type of separation, method of separation that we will read further, we will learn further. The main types of separation in method is hand picking, threshing, winnowing and sieving. Again I will repeat, the method of separation are hand picking, threshing, winnowing and sieving. Children, here I am ending my lesson with this. Hope you have understood, and one task I gave you that you have to complete. It is very easy, you can make out very easily and do this task. Next session we'll meet again. Till then, bye bye. See you.